Did I ever watch Blade? Blew his head completely off. Wait. Is the path actually from the city? Oh. Bio. No. No, it'd be this way. Ah, there we go. Knew this place would need to be used for. Empty area.
I don't know who you are or why you're prowling around here, but I'm willing to make a guess. You're one of Harlow's gun hands, ain't you? He sent you after me. Yeah, of course he did. Thing is, you and I are at an impasse. Harlow wants me dead, and I've got no intention of dying. How do I know that I can trust you?
If I wanted you killed, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Yeah, guess that's a fair point. Listen, I don't know what lies Harlow's dripped down your ear, but you'd be a fool to trust him. I never betrayed Harlow. Harlow betrayed all of us. The board's got him in their pocket, been paying him off for years. All that palaver about revolutions? It's a lie.
You're a real piece of work, Trask. Not just a turncoat, but a liar, too.
Go piss up a rope, kid. I've got nothing to prove to you. That's the whole truth. Harlow's just another board asset. A two-bit mercenary wearing a dissident's clothes. Yeah, I've got proof. There's always a paper trail when the board's involved. I chanced upon some correspondence between Harlow and his employer. I don't know that it makes a difference. What was I to do with that evidence? Bring it in front of the board? There's no authority in Halcyon willing to take Harlow to task. Huh. You ain't like other board agents I heard about. You got a functioning spine. You want to confront Harlow yourself? Be my guest. I hid my papers before Harlow chased me out. Back in the middle of the base, there's an old vent in a utility corridor. I stashed my evidence in that vent. Because he's for sale. Anything the board can buy, the board will buy, and that includes loyalty. Harlow was a charismatic bastard, and he was ruthless. With Harlow in their pocket, the board had an informant, a pirate, a smuggler, and a gang leader all rolled up into one odious excuse for a human being. Sounds like a deal to me.
Ain't denying it.
Board sanctioned piracy. Harlow went after the ships the board wanted destroyed, capturing anybody the board wanted captured. If we captured you, we'd ransom you. Harlow liked to do the job himself. Gather up the captives on his own ship, vanish for a couple of days. Only that's not what happened. Harlow's been selling his captives off to the board. I don't know where they ended up. Re-education, Tartarus, maybe worse. Take it you've made up your mind. You gonna tell Harlow I'm dead? May as well. I'm never going back to that life again. Here, take the ring. And for what it's worth, my gratitude.
You're welcome.
Clyde Harlow, agent of the board. Yeah, that sounds even more insane out loud than it did in my head. Then again, Trask knew he was a dead man. Could have been trying to shift the blame. I can't imagine Clyde working for the board. But we owe it to ourselves to find out.
Yes, we do.
Trask said he stashed the evidence in a vent back at the base. We should go take a look.
Yes, we will. Hell yeah, we are. Ah, shoot, traitors. Oh yeah. So let's go back to the base.
Why was I built to feel ennui?
What? Scalia. Any pad? Is it this base he's talking about?
Destination reached. Scylla.
Scylla.
Good luck, Captain.
Thank you, Ada. Oh, hold on. Oh, it says base. Why did it send me there then?
So then I told him, oh, huh. That tickles. How odd. No, don't desist. I think I might like it. Further data collection is required for accurate assessment.
Ada, do you need help? Got him.
We need to have a word with Clyde. Looks like Trask was telling the truth. It's all there. Receipts for services rendered, payments, records, ship manifests. Clyde was a pirate for hire, and the board was paying him off. In typical board fashion, they left a trail of receipts behind. Ain't that just ironic? Yeah, you and me both. Clyde owes us some answers. Something about this don't add up. And I mean to find out why.
Let's do it, Clyde. Or Felix, sorry.
What's the word? Not surprised. Trask was a dead man trying to negotiate with his own executioner. He'd say anything to preserve his life. That's a damning accusation. Am I right to presume you have some evidence on hand? Those papers don't prove a thing. We've all done business with the board. They own the whole damn colony. Trask put you up to this. That miserable wretch. He's trying to undermine everything I stand for. You've got a lot of nerve calling me a liar to my face. How should I know? What the hell do I care? Trask was a traitor. I didn't ask you to understand his motives. I asked you to cross him off.
Clyde, look me in the eye and tell me it's not true. Tell me, and I'll believe you.
Don't talk to me like I'm some common criminal, Felix. You're the one on trial, not me. I don't know what kind of poison that snake dripped in your ear, but as far as I'm concerned, you've been compromised. Heads up, boss!
All right. Where's the... Oh, there they are. Oh, shit.
This is definitely not how I imagined it'd end. The void's black, water's wet, and Clyde hated the board. That's something I just knew. Now? I don't know. I don't know what to think. No. I guess you really don't. I've just got a lot on my mind right now. This is a lot to take in. I always looked up to Clyde. The thought that he could be an agent of the board is just abhorrent to me.
And why you're upset.
Yeah, he did. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna get over that. I hope so. I don't see this one passing anytime soon. You've given me a lot to think about. I'm gonna be mulling over this whole mess for a couple of days. Part of me wishes we'd put Trask in the ground. But, you know, I think that's just my frustration talking. Thanks for your time, boss.
I want to try something a little bit different.
So it is. Thus ends Rufus Trask. Once a sensible man, by and by a fool, presently a corpse. I hope you never have to discover what it is like, Captain. The relief one feels when a mutiny comes to an end.
Trask had some things to say about you, and I've got my own misgivings.
Of that, I have no doubt. You were wise to ignore his lies. But I understand you did not do this to help me, but to help Felix. He's proven himself to my crew and to me. And if he's willing, there's a place for young Millstone here.
I don't know about this, boss. You've been real good to me. I'm not too keen on jumping ship.
But it's your choice to make.
Yeah. Okay. I had a good time, you know. Saw the system, got in a couple scrapes. Which is why I'm staying. You were good to me, Clyde, once upon a day. But you disappeared on me, and I've moved on.
Are you sure about this, Felix? I'm not giving you a second chance. Turn me down now, and you're not getting back in my crew.
You can keep your crew. I've got a family.
Then I suppose there's nothing more left to be said. Goodbye, Captain. I doubt we'll cross orbits again.
I'm trying to see if he'll turn on Felix is what I'm looking for.
What's the...
Trask. I don't know about this spot. All right. If you're sure. I guess this is goodbye, boss. I suppose you and I have got some catching up to do.
You made the right call in the end. I had a feeling you would. Thank you for everything, Captain. I doubt we'll cross orbits again, but you never know. I'll make sure Felix has a place of honor in my crew.
All right, so honestly, nothing happens.
What's...
So show him the ring.
So it is.
Trask.
That's a damning accusation. Those papers don't prove... Trask put... Listen to me, Felix. Don't go jumping to conclusions. This isn't what it looks like.
Yeah, because it looks like you've been taking money from the board. It looks like you sold out, Clyde.
Oh, come on, Felix. We've all taken money from the board. They run this colony. I can't pay my soldiers in ideological purity. If I have to take the board's money to buy my guns, outfit my troops, and prepare my revolution, then I'll do it.
I know, but you gotta have principles, right? If you're in the establishment's payroll, you're a confederate to tyranny.
Your captain is trying to teach you something, Felix. We must contend with reality not as we wish it to be, but as it is. Captain, I hope Trask hasn't tricked you into believing his ridiculous accusations. If you're willing to overlook this unpleasantness, I'm willing to take Felix into my crew.
I don't know about this, boss. You've been real good to me. Yeah. Okay. I had a good time, you know. Saw the system, got in a couple scrapes. Which is why I'm staying. You were good to me.
Are you sure about...
You can keep your crew.
Then I suppose... Goodbye, Captain.
Okay, that works. But is Felix happy with it?
Boss, when we get back to the ship, I'd like a word with you. Yeah, boss?
We're not through here. I mean, work is work. I can't deny that.
Captain, if you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix.
So then I says, fine, I'll pay you back for all of it, with interest.
Nice one. You must have had him quaking in there.
We need to talk. Listen, boss. I owe you an apology. I got stupid. Clyde wanted me on his crew, and I jumped at the shot. You took a chance with me back on the Groundbreaker. I should have shown you a little more loyalty. I appreciate you hearing me out. There was something else on my mind, honestly. I've been trying to make sense of all this business with Clyde and Trask. I always looked up to Clyde. The thought that he could be an agent of the board is just abhorrent to me. Yeah, he did. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna get over that. I hope so. I don't see this one passing anytime soon. You've given me a lot to think about. I'm gonna be mulling over this whole mess for a couple of days. I'm glad I didn't go back to Harlow. I've got all the family I need right here on our ship. Thanks for your time, boss.
I've done plenty of smuggling runs, but this thing with the chemicals is bold.
All right. Thanks. Okay. I like that ending a little bit better. So now we've got Byzantium. Actually, hold on. Oh. There you are.
Hey, Cap. I'm still not quite sure what to make of that Max fellow. Sometimes he reminds me of Anders, and the way he stares at things as if he's gonna dismantle them. Shit. Look at me dredging up bygone days. Forget I said anything. I will. Hey, Cap. Outstanding. These ought to be enough. Let's get back to Monarch. There's an old base I used to call home. I can get us in the door, but we'll have to shoot our way through the Queen's brood to get to the center. We'll set the bait there. Password to the door is Charon. Hayes' idea. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, Nyoka. Charon. He said it was some old myth. Something about death and all the things we killed. Rest of us just thought it sounded cool, so here we are. It's an old cave system we tried to turn into an encampment. You'll see when we get there. Fucking right we are.
Yeah. Kill a Manta Queen. Yeah. Yeah. Oh shit. Go kill us a Manta Queen.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
Okay, I don't need Felix anymore. I need Nyoka. Ooh. Oh, I think I've already been here. Yep.
Whew. Here we go. I haven't set foot in here since... Well, I'm ready. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Here we go.
Here we go. You weren't kidding.
Going silent.
Be very, very quiet. We are hunting for the queen. That was Opal.
You got that.
Only 3 of them? There's been a lot more.
Hey, that's impressive.
Hmm. Hello. Here we go.
Well, this is the spot. You know, I thought I'd be angry. I thought I'd storm in here in a rage and exterminate all these bugs and everything would be all right in the end. But I ain't. I'm mostly just empty. A little sad, maybe. The first night Hayes and I spent in here, we knew it was home. It's safe. It's got a nice chill to it. But mostly, it doesn't stink of sulfur. Monarch folks often joke about it. Not because of the smell or the grittiness it leaves in your throat. Not because of the headaches or the coughing. It's because there's no escaping it. It's life here, and there ain't anything you can do about it. But here, somehow the sulfur never made it. The nights we spent in here felt like vacations. So we started building. We hauled in steel, hired sublight folk to help. That's how we met Anders and Opal. They stuck around after our contract was up. Opal liked camping. Anders liked chasing her tail. 4 of us for a while, scraping together what bits we could to build our home. Then came Rebecca, a sawbones out of the Cascadia survivors, who took a kindness to Hayes. And Clara, her little sister. I'll admit I wasn't keen on taking her on at first, but for a teenager, she was surprisingly capable. Believe me, I had my complaints. She had a head for numbers, helped us trade hides for food and materials, negotiated contracts. Turned out to be mighty useful. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, and me. 6 folks, 1 name, 1 family. Charon. Despite Monarch trying to kill us day in and day out, we managed to belong.
Watch out!
Holy crap. Jaded ring. Interesting. A jaded ring. These are my rings now. All right.
I wish these were more auspicious circumstances, but at least we're all here. This bringing them together, burying them. This is the kind of thing Hayes would have done. That makes it stupid. By all accounts, we should have left well enough alone, but that also makes it right. Captain, thank you. You mind if we rest a spell before we head out? I'd like to bury Opal and Clara proper before I lay everyone's medallions to rest. What? Why? Them's painful memories, Captain. Huh. That ain't a bad point. All right, Captain. Thanks.
It's always good to have, you know, something to remember people by. One of the very few who deserves better. At the very least, you came back to us in the end. He died doing what he loved, chasing tail. Was having the gal to die before me. A gall, sorry. To a sister that I ever lost. Alright. Mm. Oh, leveled. Good. Alright, so the only one that's left, go to Byzantium. That's also Byzantium, so let's go to the ship. Oh, we have to get out of the place first. I don't want to forget my drugs. They're my drugs, everybody. My good drugs. Go up here.
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial.
I want to listen to the serial.
You watching the Aether Waves last night? You know that slick-looking spacer from All My Colonists? They got her playing the Queen of the Marauders.
Do you think maybe I could borrow that sometime?
Why don't you two just watch it together? Okay, so for right now, this has a tech skill. Stealth. Range weapon skill with that? Oh no, it's that one. This is currently leadership skill. Tech skill. And range. That's sneak. That's a sneak set? Dialogue. But it's not upgradable. That's tech. Dialogue. That's sneak. So what can I put into that armor? Let's see. Increase your tech skills. Physical armor rating. Range weapon. Dodge distance. Electro charged surface. Ooh, leadership and dialogue. Give me that one, please. Melee defense. Volume of the footsteps, radius of footstep sounds. That would also be a good one. Agitator. Carrying capacity. Shock rating. It's not bad either. Applies a bioelectrical field inside and outside of the armor, preventing damage in the healing process. Highlight range. Install and external centers networking, which detects. No, I already got like a big one. Side of the armor to speed up the wear during time dilation. That wouldn't be bad. Um, let's see, what am I currently wearing? Standard troop armor, which is only 14, but that's okay. Okay, so this one. Put that in there. Dialogue and leadership. And yeah, do that as well. Perfect. Nice. So now I'm even sneakier. Aha. All right.
We've reached HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal. I almost mislabeled it as normal etheric static.
Yeah, actually, I do want those two.
Nothing but the void here, Captain. I just as soon leave it cold, dark, and derelict.
Ship's label, 1 case of UDLC, excessive mine, to HRS 1084, signed by Chief of Security Ida Kimball. Warning, contents may be shifted in transit. Warning, warranty is void on any and all donated mines, regardless of cause. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying mines in a fireable offense. Mines are not a company authorized decoration, pet, or sporting equipment. Mines are not suitable for ingestion. Mines are not eligible for any recycling promotion. Do not purposely stand, sit, or recline on mines. Mines are not your friend. UDL claims no liability for any action taken or not taken by mines. UDL recognizes that you could have chosen any remote explosive provider. Your commitment guaranteed product quality and safety for many shipments to come. Thank you and have a pleasant denotation. Quality and safety not guaranteed. Yeah, shh. And the vent system. Error, unable to access memory cartridge. Terminal power below 5%. Terminal is maintenance mode. Store power supply to sustain a resume normal terminal operation. They said claim the ship. They didn't say anything about not taking its contents. Blank UDL key. Nice. Sealed shut.
Give these little fellas a live birth, Captain.
I don't know why, but I keep thinking that I can just go up to it and disarm it. Like, I just want to go up to it, disarm it, take it as my own, say, hi, little mine. I want to add you to my family collection of weapons. And it's like, no, no. I don't want to be part of your weapon collection. Generator status active, generator mode maintenance at 2% output, maintain maintenance active, mode is active, minimal functions available. Engineering terminal, updating generator to normal, disable energy lighting, protocol recycling, flushing toilets. Okay. Maintenance log, facility status report. Critical issue 1, a toilet in the maintenance barricades does not flush. Replacement port ordered 12:43 days ago. Critical issues, sensor indicator alpha beta gas is leaking from storage tanks. Gas toxic to humans. Admin overseer priority set to non-critical. Management does not utilize tank storage. All right, sensor 2, spare toilet. Working order already exists 991 days ago and was last accessed 991 days ago.
Oh, I see you have activated your holographic shroud, Captain. Excellent. Becoming indistinguishable from an authentic UDL trooper will prove advantageous to your current situation. A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. Wait, who are you? No one told me we had security forces deployed on the station already.
My team has already handled the issue, soldier. Your squad can depart.
Roger that. Just as a precaution, I'm sure you won't mind if we turn on the station's security systems. Can't be too careful. We'd hate to leave this location undefended after a close call with outlaws.
I reactivated the auto mechanics. Your readout must be on delay.
That should have been fixed by now. As you say, we'll just head out then. Safe travel, soldier.
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station. They appear to be departing into space.
My dad used to say words have power. You proved them true.
Right. Messages. Of course, the morale is low. You gave those PhDs tanks of Muslin scramble gas and no warm bodies to test it on. What'd you think was going to happen? They can test on each other all day, all they want, but no one lays a hand on my squad. I'm installing safeguards in case someone challenges that decree. Once upon a time, there was a princess who trained to be a soldier, while the other princesses got jobs at canneries and counting houses. The soldiers squatted down her sights. The soldier squatted down her sights at the firing range and made sure she hit the target every time. Then one day, a not very nice man offered her a job at an ivory tower, far, far away from the kingdom. The princess could provide for her ailing father, her loving child, and her goofball husband, but she could have stayed locked in a tower until the doctors could find a way out. Once she thought better of her choices, the princess applied for early dismissal, but no one listened. The end. I love you, Angelica. Maybe you can write me a better ending. Give your father a hug and tell him I'm sorry for missing another birthday. Mom. Security routines. Messages. Closing doors. The transport vessel has been detached to HRS 1084. I have taken the liberty of upgrading the sensitive materials containing rating of this asset, which means you are permitted to leave with company branded consumables, but all personal effects must be left behind. Do not interfere with the tanks. A cleanup crew will dispose of all exhaust assets in time. Anyone who requires ethical correction therapy can speak to a Spacer Care approved alienist. James has gone and never said goodbye. I keep telling myself that he wanted me to remember him as he was outside of the tank. Or maybe he was just bad at goodbyes. When I saw what was left of him, I wanted to airlock everyone who let it happen. You could have said something, James. We were never short on time. Nothing kept me here now. The bits aren't worth it. I've requested a transfer. I get the impression I am not the only one. Kimball thinks there'll be trouble once the docks run out of warm bodies. If James was around, I know he'd set her straight. Now that he's gone, maybe I could use some convincing too. She showed up next to my bunk last night, said that if anything happened to her, her password was her daughter's name. Hope it never comes to that. Okay. Control room key card.